sunshine will pass you, and love might never be. If the rain will stop, could you open up your eyes? But it never stops, so I'm invisible.
Ladies and gentlemen, I request that you please get onto your feet to welcome our Honorable Minister of State for ICT and the Permanent Secretary, and the Permanent Secretary of ICT, Dr. Amin Azawede, and right beside them is the MTN CEO, Sylvia, and right behind her is the Centretech CTO, Peter, and then Dr. Chitogo. But no, please clap at least, Afazali. Very good.
We have a mobile bus which
Okay, so sorry, my VIPs, please remain standing as we have the national anthem played. Are you guys ready? The national anthem. As we get, maybe let me invite Barbara. Barbara has a very nice voice. Please lead us in the national anthem.
O Uganda, may God uphold thee. We lay the future in thy hands. United, free for liberty, together we'll always stand.
Thank you. We may now take our seats. Okay, so once again, you are welcome to the launch of the MTNS program. In the event you're wondering what MTNS means, we shall get to unpack that a little bit more. As many of you have seen, we had a tour that was done over internet, that was virtual in nature. Okay. That was virtual in nature, and we shall now put a bit of context. What does this virtual tour mean for you guys, especially the young people? But before we do that, I would like to invite Dr. Chitogo, who is the principal of UICT, to come and give welcome remarks. You can come with your cool Surface Pro.
The Minister of State for ICT, Honorable Joyce Sebogwa, our Chief Guest, the Permanent Secretary Minister of ICT, the CEO MTN, Uganda, Parish Development Model Delegates, the National ICT Innovation Hub staff, management and staff of UICT, the students and the youth present, media and press, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed. On behalf of the Governing Council, the Academic Board, management and staff, students and alumni of UICT, and on my own behalf, allow me to use this singular honor to the youth are a factor of national power that, if rightly utilized, can lead a country into the heights of glory and prosperity. This program shall therefore benefit the youth over the years. Frontier technologies are driving structural transformations in societies and economies around the world through digitization and automation. As young people, we generally are among the earliest adopters of training technologies, not only adopters, but also innovators for technologies. The youth are poised to take advantage of an innovation that impacts societal entrepreneurship and change. At the same time, they shall be disproportionately affected by negative outcomes associated with technology products that are used primarily by young people. Today, Honorable Guest of Honor, we are talking about the trends coming into play, such as roll tops instead of laptops, to replace laptops. But today we are also having an innovation here where we are having something like as small as a flash disk to replace a computer. It's an innovation that is here. Honorable Guest of Honor and distinguished guests, let me finish by saying that you have all an instrumental role to play, and I encourage my private sector stakeholders to come and partner with us to grow Uganda. The youth of our country are no less talented than the youth of foreign nations, and you can make our country shine globally if you want to. Our country will be built on a firm foundation of their abilities, attitudes, and behaviors. Let's all work smart so that our country realizes the fruit of the National Innovation Hub through your innovation, new ideas, and also support that will propel the nation forward. Thank you very much. I remain Dr. Frederick Edward Chitogo, the principal of Uganda Institute of ICT. I thank you.
Thank you, sir. So, thank you, Dr. Chitogo, for those elaborate welcome remarks. We feel at home. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to go into a panel discussion. This panel discussion here will last only 30 minutes. So it's going to be succinct. And for that, I invite the senior manager, MTN Foundation, a friend of the hub, Brian Mbasa, to come and take over for this part. But you guys, this guy is always here with you. You're not. So, you want to use my mic? Oh, okay.
Thank you very much, Stephen. So, as we were preparing to have this event, we had a discussion about the people we're going to be talking to, and we figured they're youth. So, me and Stephen, we tried to figure out how we could fit in. Stephen has opted to wear sneakers on his suits. I don't know if what you guys think about that, but yeah, the efforts we put into fit right in. But that's okay. So the next session is really to put context and give reason to why are we here. I mean, we can have all these conversations, but if we don't put context in why we're doing this, what we are doing, how it works, how it benefits you, then sometimes we get lost in translation. So the next session, we're going to keep it very, very fast so that we can be able to save time. And without further ado, allow me to welcome our panelists. From Center Tech, we have Osbat Osamai. From Makerere University Business School, we have Dr. Diana Ntamu. From the Minister of ICT and National Guidance, we have Mr. Michael Ochero. And from Refactory, we have Ms. Lillian Nakasuja. So I will once again state that we're privileged to have you, the panelists. I also wish to state that we are going to make it very snappy, keep it very simple, fast, and moving. So without further ado, I will give you a minute to introduce yourself. And then after the introductions, I will give you 2 questions, not at once, but over time. And then we shall close, okay? So I will begin with my immediate right. Mr. Choro, please introduce yourself.
Good morning. My name's Michael Ochero. I work with the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance. Currently, I head the e-services department. Thank you.
Thank you, the implementing partners, and thank you.
Over to you, Dana.
Good morning. My name is Diana Ntamu. I work at Makerere University Business School as the Director of the Entrepreneurship Innovation and Incubation Center. I'm also a member of the BPO Council.
Good morning. My name is Osbat Osamai. I work with Centenary Technology Services, which is a subsidiary of the Centenary Group, as the head of ICT Advisory, Research and Strategy. Thank you.
Good morning. Great. My name is Lillian Nakasuja. I work with Refactory as the operations manager. At Refactory, we focus on nurturing software engineering talent so we can be able to enable more young people into employment. Glad to be here.
Great. So that is your panel. So we'll quickly dive into the and set a stage, really. I like to start with Dr. Ntamu, largely because she has been in the academic world and also in the entrepreneurship world. I know you've worked with some of the big corporates from a recruitment perspective. So she's able to put together research information and also context. So I think I'll ask you, just give us a context. There are very many things talked about: the youth gap, the youth dividend, the youth problem, whatever they call it, mismatch from academia and the corporate world, the workplace. Just give us, set the stage for us. What is it like? Is it what people talk about, or is this an imagined thing?
Thank you, Brian. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very excited to be here at the MOVES Entrepreneurship Innovation and Incubation Center. We support young people to identify business opportunities. We support them to work on their business ideas, be creative, and go out and start businesses. The other thing that we do is to give them the skills they need so that they go and find work. Why do we do that? To answer your question, Brian, indeed, we have a big problem, the problem of young people, them finishing school and going out there to find work. We look at it in two ways. One is, are young people able to create their own jobs? And then two, do they have the skills that they need to go out there and find the job? So this problem is real because having worked with a number of organizations like MTN Uganda, where we supply young people, fresh talent, we have found that it is increasingly becoming important for education institutions to prepare young people for the world of work. Indeed, organizations have indicated to us that some of these young people are not ready to start work immediately, and they require specific skills. I am happy to mention that our theme today is very exciting. The theme that was selected for this occasion is very important and exciting because digital skills have become increasingly important. Indeed, in our work readiness programs that we have been running at the center for the last 20 years, we have focused on giving our people the basic skills that they need to go and become productive at work. Thank you.
Okay. So the problem is real. It's not assumed. I think that's what Doctor has really brought up to light. I'll ask Michael Osbert, Centretech. Centenary, for most of us, we grew up knowing it as a financial institution. And now, of course, the branch has been created for Centenary Technologies. And in context of what Dan has brought up, how is the corporate world, what skill sets is the corporate world looking for that are lacking within the youth who are coming from the university?
Thank you so much. So, first of all, Centretech is quite young still, but the people in there are not young. As you can see, we have a great wealth of experience that we've amassed over 20 years on average for each one. So we see ourselves as a partner for the group to help subsidiaries like the bank, but also to partner with government institutions and private sector to help the country, attain that level of digital skills in terms of the youth being skilled. So from the corporate side of things, we are moving towards electronic services, online services for most of our products, if I talk about the bank. So for us to have the adoption of these services, we need our people, our customers, and the country at large to have the skills necessary to use the services and gain from the services. So from what Doctor said, we really need to build synergies to ensure that our people can use online services, and in that way the economy will also grow. Thank you.
Thank you, Osbert. I think I'll further push a bit of that question to Lillian. Lillian, you're in this skilling business, and you're skilling the young people in digital skills, okay? And across the board, from where Dana started from to where Osbert is talking about where the corporate world is going and where the academic world is, and your skilling experience. What are those skills that the young people need to be able to marry both the academia and also the corporate world and its needs right now?
This is one. Okay, that's a really good question because I listened to Diana talking about work readiness, and yet Refactory will say we are here to fill a gap for work readiness. So the skills that we have seen from the years that we've been taking studies, in like baseline studies and research, are those skills that a person will have to have either innately or they learn while we take them through the learning that we give them, such that as soon as they reach a job, they're able to deliver immediately. And we've found that those are mostly what we call life skills. They transcend from critical thinking, problem solving, being able to communicate and work with a team, being able to have empathy for other people, which is, I think, the greatest addition to what we would call the hard skills. So for us at Refactory, we focus mostly on software engineering disciplines, but then we ensure that this software engineer person that we're producing is then able to have the right skills to be job ready, which are what we call the life skills.
Okay, great. I think it's very important to take that to note, all the youth out there, the skill sets, what is required, and what you need to skill in. I will go to Michael, and Michael Ochero, and my question for you is, we hear a lot of digital transformation language. We hear this word everywhere. What does it actually mean to the layman, and especially to the youth out there?
Thank you. I will go, first of all, to what we are doing to actually skill the youth. And the ministry and government is involved in building the critical mass of ICT skills in the country. And this is being done in several ways. First and foremost, there's the transformation of the institutes into centers of excellence for ICT skilling, such as this one. And programs are being rolled out across the country. Second of all, there is the transformation of the skilling program. You may have heard of what we call modularized learning programs, technical programs, both in ICT and other skilling programs, where you can train, for instance, in fiber, laying of fiber, and get your credentials after studying for 3 months, and that will be expounded to your total program. If it's a 9-month program, you can still get your credentials after a short period. Say for 3 months, you can get your certificate in fiber laying. So we are changing the training programs to make sure we get those skilled individuals that we require. In addition, of course, the ecosystem has been built, the infrastructure has been built. You've heard of the 12,000 kilometers of optic fiber network that has helped to reduce the cost of broadband. You have heard of the policies, information security policies, data protection, to protect those systems that you develop. There are several programs, and those are just a few that I can discuss right now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Michael. I think that was broken down into programs. So transformation is the big picture, but these are the programs that are going to lead to that digital transformation. I think I'll go back to you because we're now going to close. And 3 things really I would like you to speak to, and I think to all the panelists here, in context of the space that you're in, whether in government, whether in academia, whether you are in corporates and skilling. What are the opportunities for the youth? If a person is here, sitting, looking at you. And, we often say we talk, and people get lost. What they want to know is, what's the opportunity? How do I get that opportunity? And I think the last thing is your parting words of inspiration and hope, and really to inspire that person on how they move next. I'll start with you, Michael.
Yeah, thank you. Now, to begin with, the opportunities are enormous. Government has started out as being the #1 customer for our solutions. As we roll out e-government, we've opened up, the market has opened up, and first we want to be your #1 customer. We also want to make sure you get the experience. We want to give you the international accreditation such that even after serving government, you can go to the private sector and you can go abroad. The ecosystem is well developed and it's improving. We expect costs of broadband to go down even further, and you're open to continue expanding and skilling to make sure we reach where we want to go. Thank you.
Thank you. For the young people here, I really must say that there is so much the environment has to offer. My colleague here has just talked about what the ministry has done. There are centers of excellence. Where we are is a hub. You can come and acquire skills, access the internet. And at MOVE's Entrepreneurship Innovation and Incubation Center, we run a work readiness program. And I'm happy to mention that we are partnering with MTN Uganda to run a work readiness program, and this information will be shared. But I should also say that at MOVE's, our centers, which include the Entrepreneurship Center, ICT Center, Leadership Center, are helping to provide the necessary skills, as mentioned by one of the colleagues, the soft skills. So I would like to request young people in this room to identify the place where you want to go. And what is even more interesting is that since the pandemic, we have had a lot of virtual training opportunities, and you don't even have to pay any money. So I really want to say that it is going to depend on you, the young person. While the university, for instance, MOVE's or UICT or any other institution will put in place a program, or MTN Uganda, it is going to be the individual, your ambition, your desire to succeed, so that you can go and tap into those opportunities. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So what I would say is that the opportunities and the challenges around us are the problems that we see every day in our communities, but also opportunities in the wealth of resources available for you to gain more knowledge. So either it's within, what the government has put in place and the private sector, like what MTN is doing, or even online resources. I encourage you to gain more knowledge and interact more. From a centenary technology point of view, we have, a lot of knowledge with us. We encourage you to come and, tap into our knowledge so that we can work together. Thank you.
Okay, I think I see opportunities in two places for the young people. One is that it's never too late to reskill. You just have to identify exactly who you want to be and then embark on the skilling initiative in that direction. And then two, the world is one big global village and the opportunities are all around us right now. The big giants are coming into the region, activating the market, getting other people off their feet. But then the opportunity need for the young people is that then you have so much opportunity for work. You're not just subjected to just a little that you've always known, your mind can now go as far as you want it to go for as long as you decide exactly who you want to become. That's it.
Thank you very much, panelists. I know it is often stated that solutions and opportunities are everywhere. You just need to look hard enough. You need to be willing to look for those opportunities. You have to be committed to achieving those opportunities, And I know we have talked about the skilling, the opportunities that are there to learn. Are you committed to actually skill yourself? And the third would be the consistency within which you are pursuing those opportunities. At MTN Uganda, we often say that everyone deserves the benefits of a modern connected life. And for us, there's a commitment towards ensuring that the youth are skilled. And as will be shared later from the vision bearer of MTN, the CEO, MTN is committed to achieving this and will work with the partners here, the youth out there, the government of Uganda, to ensure that we find those opportunities, we provide those opportunities to the youth, and we're able to transform this country digitally. And with that, I would like to play one video as we walk off this stage. It's an initiative that is being rolled out across the MTN group, across all OPCOs of MTN. And in Uganda, we will launch it in January next year. It's another platform that will enable you to skill yourself. It's virtual. You don't have to be in class, but it will give you an opportunity to learn as much as you can across all different facets of skilling. So I will ask that video to be played as I and the team leave the stage. Thank you very much.
The MTN Foundation was established in 2007, and it is directed by a board of trustees, which I am honored to be chairman of. The purpose of the foundation is to enable MTN Uganda to give back to the community in which it does business.
The ability for the youth to be equipped with a skill set to innovate is very important. The Youth Empowerment Program, which we have decided to call the Youth Skilling Program, is a program aimed at supporting the youth population in Uganda. Since the youth are the future, and they're the ones that are going to become the innovators and the leaders in this country, it is imperative that we skill them and we enable them to grow, to develop, and to be able to compete favorably.
Oh my God, our new MTN Girls with Tools facility, I can't stop saying that because it's amazing. It has given us the level of professionalism that we need in training these skill sets. We can professionally and very well train these young people on how to take up this skill, but mostly they've given us a chance of sustainability.
We have a mobile bus which travels around, providing opportunity for the community to learn to use ICT facilities.
My name is Nachitende Brunilla. We are in the MTN Internet bus. We are going to learn about using computers, practically and theory, because the world right now is digital. Everything is digital.
Still a bit young. When I was at campus, we used to say things like "wewe" after a statement, right? Is it still the same? It's different now, eh? No ra, no wewe. Okay, now what we're going to do is that we're going to, MTN has got a slogan called "Doing Good Together." Can we repeat that? Guys, we're meant to be young, a bit of more energy. Let's shake the walls, So we're going to go through each partner that is here today. We'll start with Ministry of ICT. Moves Entrepreneurship Center. Refactory. Who else? Innovation Hub, where we are. Centetech, where I'm from. Who is left out? Stephen, the MC. Okay. I'd like to now invite Peter Kahiji, the Chief Technology Officer of Centenary Technology Services, to come and give his remarks so we can continue the program. Peter, you're welcome.
Thank you, Stephen. Honorable Minister, Honorable Joyce Sebugwao, Permanent Secretary Dr. Amina Zawedi, Dr. Frederick Chitogo, Principal UICT. Dr. Chitogo and I started working together in 1999, so we are some of the oldest people here, but we are still guiding you, the young people, so you still need us. So the media, those watching online, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed. I bring you season's greetings from Centenary Group. Centenary Group is the company that owns that very big bank called Centenary Bank that has about 3 million customers, 5,600 agents, 46,000 village savings and loans association. But also in the group, we own another bank in Malawi, which we recently acquired. So we are the first indigenous group to go outside the boundaries of Uganda. And we shall go to other countries in the near future. We also own a foundation. The foundation is one of our youngest companies. It should have been the one to be working with the MTN Foundation, but I think on the next cycle we shall bring the foundation. And that's a corporate social investment company. And of course, Centenary Group owns Centetech, which is the company that I run with these brilliant young people. As I was telling Sylvia earlier on, 90% of my staff are from MTN. So thank you for building seeds for my company. And that's why I think the relationship is strong and we're working together. Ladies and gentlemen, we are cognizant. I am going to explain to you why we are doing what we are doing, because some of you might be wondering, why is Centenary in this thing? What exactly is happening? Why MTN? So just give me 2 minutes to explain to you. At Centenary, we are structured in an interesting way. Centenary is owned by the Catholic Church. And that Catholic Church has 640 parishes, 219 institutions, 264 hospitals, 3,400 schools. I don't think there's anybody who has more schools and hospitals than we have. And we have a captive community of about 20 million Ugandans. So because of that big mass of people that we have within our ecosystem, it is important for us at Centetech that we use technology to digitize and uplift the lives of the rural poor while conserving the environment. Those are our two major objectives at the Centenary Group: uplifting the lives of the rural poor while conserving the environment. So we were honored, because of that captive group, we were honored to work with MTN Uganda, and MTN Foundation, and the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance, because nearly all of the products that you're going to produce here can be consumed within our captive market. So while we are working together, we also have another eye about our captive market. We believe that we'll be the first consumers, or one of the major consumers, of the products that are going to come out of your young creative minds. And what we have done today is no doubt the beginning of a great journey with MTN Foundation and the National ICT Innovation Hub, which is under the Ministry of ICT. Honorable Minister, you have seen on the videos You saw that we are able to edit some things. We have 35 computers that we've installed. We have a nice training board which was being used, which Sylvia has told us we have to improve, and we are going to improve. And it's the beginning. So what you have seen is the foundational infrastructure. After today, we are going to implement an incubation and acceleration program. What does this mean? This means that we are going to get 80 companies across Uganda and provide them with training, incubation and acceleration to get their ideas from a small idea to a big idea to something that you can sell to something that you can make money from. And that's the journey that we are going to take. In this journey, we are working with some really brilliant characters. Refactory, you can stand up. Yeah, they have gray hair, but they're still very smart upstairs in the head. So those are the partners that we're going to work with on the incubation and acceleration program. Lastly, I want to remind you, Honorable Minister and your guests, that in March 2022, the Ministry of ICT launched a global campaign called Discover Uganda, Africa's Innovation Powerhouse. And we saw you taking so many young people to Dubai, and you came back here. And during that campaign, MTN Uganda and Centretech were among the partners that participated and supported this program. We know that the journey you are taking requires consistency. It requires focus, and it requires unity in purpose for all of us. So, today, that was March. Today we are in December. In March we are doing good together. In December, what are we doing? We're still doing good together. So we hope that this continued partnership between MTN Uganda and their foundation and the ministry will achieve our aspiration of a digitized nation. I once again want to thank the ministry and MTN for this great opportunity for us to be able to bring our knowledge into this area. As some of you may know, we have been doing many things to try and transform this country, and we like to work with partners such as yourself, and we hope that we can continue working with you. Also, because we have not had the opportunity to welcome Sylvia to Uganda, Karibu, you're welcome to Uganda. This is one of the places where you'll find young people who are smart. So Sylvia, welcome to Uganda. And thank you for being a decisive and impactful leader. We sat in the boardroom, you saw gaps, and you made decisions. And I think people are there running around in MTN towers to try and implement what you have directed. This is the spirit that we want. We want speed, agility, and action for our young people because they're getting tired of us with our stories. So I want to thank you very much. And for our young people listening today, I want to encourage you not to snooze. Please do not snooze. If you snooze, opportunity will pass. So use this opportunity. It is free. The government has provided it for you. We are happy that you are here doing impactful things, and you have left your friends who are doing what? Other things which might be less impactful, but you are here doing impactful things. So please use this opportunity and use the skills to grow your knowledge, network, and wealth. There is something they've just put on the screen here. I don't know if you saw it, but I hope that Sylvia will talk about it. People are putting learning courses online now, so you can teach yourself certain things. You don't have to wait to go to a class like we are going to do for you here. So I want to thank you all for listening to me, and I wish you happy holidays. And I would like to invite Sylvia. Okay, Sylvia, they want to play a video first. I think it must be a video of you coming. But thank you very much for listening to me, and we hope that you make use of this training. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. So we'll just have a short video being played about MTN and CSR. So DJ, over to you.
The MTN Foundation was established in 2007, and it is directed by a board of trustees, which I am honored to be chairman of. The purpose of the foundation is to enable MTN Uganda to give back to the community in which it does business.
The ability for the youth to be equipped with a skill set to innovate is very important. The Youth Empowerment Program, which we have decided to call the Youth Skilling Program, is a program aimed at supporting the youth population in Uganda. Since the youth are the future, and they're the ones that are going to become the innovators and the leaders in this country, it is imperative that we skill them and we enable them to grow, to develop, and to be able to compete favorably.
Oh my God, our new MTN Girls with Tools facility, I can't stop saying that because it's amazing. It has given us the level of professionalism that we need in training these skill sets. We can professionally and very well train these young people on how to take up this skill. But mostly they've given us a chance of sustainability.
We have a mobile bus which travels around, providing opportunity for the community to learn to use ICT facilities.
My name is Nachitende Brunilla. We are in the M10 internet bus. We are going to learn about using computers, practically and theory, because the world right now is digital. Everything is digital.
I would like to extend my special thanks to MTN for the work you are doing. Thank you, the implementing partners, and thank you, the incubators, for showing the spirit of commitment and the willingness to bring the change that everybody is waiting for.
MTN Uganda will continue to provide the funds through the foundation, and I think the future activities for the foundation will continue.
A round of applause to MTN Foundation. Actually, instead of clapping, let's do that chant. MTN Uganda. MTN Uganda. MTN Foundation. And as Sylvia comes up, MTN Sylvia. Come on, guys, give us some kagas. MTN Sylvia. Sylvia, you're welcome to address us.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Our Honorable Minister of ICT, Honorable Joyce, Permanent Secretary, the Principal of Uganda Institute of Information and Communication Technology, this Chief Technology Officer, Centenary Technical Services, Peter Kahege, heads of various institutions present, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, the young people in the room, good morning again. You don't sound like as if you have energy. I sound like I have more energy, and I think most of you are probably double my age, half my age. So can I say good morning again? That sounds better. You know, I was sitting there in the front row just now and just reflecting on where I was a couple of years ago. And just also thinking of some of the things that were said by the panel, and also the video, the young girl who was saying, the world is digital, the world is digital. And as I thought about when I went to university, I went to the University of Nairobi, and I studied food science. And as I was studying food science, at that particular time, all I wanted to do was to get the best score in my degree. And I ended up graduating with first-class honors. I wanted to go work in a factory, so I went to work in Unilever. I thought I would end up being a factory manager or an operations director or running a fast-moving consumer goods company. But now, many years later, see where I am. I'm working in a company which is responsible for driving the digitization of Uganda, creating opportunities for young people. And when I think about that what I studied versus what I'm doing, I think I just want to say that what Dr. Diana said when she was on the panel, and I hope you listened to the inputs that were being shared, that at the end of the day, the most important thing about this whole initiative, especially for you young people, is the mindset that you have. Because the jobs that you're going to be doing, in the future, probably do not even exist today. When I was in university studying, telecommunication was just being launched in Kenya. And I think at that particular time, the people who were most advanced in terms of technology, communication technology, were guys who used to walk around with pagers. Now pagers are a thing that are extinct. I think even some of you probably have never even seen a pager in your life, right? And at that particular time, when we used to see somebody carrying a pager on their belt, I'm sure, Peter, you must have carried a pager in your days. We used to think that they were the guys who were the most connected or the most digital. Today, the world has changed. When you look at the world of AI, you see what is being done with regards to blockchains, when you see how information is evolving. I think my only point to share with you today is that it is indeed a privilege to be able to sit in this room to see what the work that is being done by the various institutions, spearheaded by the Ministry of ICT, to make sure that each one of us actually gets a skill that prepares them for the digital future that is being created today. We were having a conversation yesterday with my leadership team at MTN Uganda. And you know, as we sat around the table and we were looking at ourselves, we were asking, are we ready for the future that the world is accelerating us into? And one of the commitments that we made as a leadership team, myself included, is that each one of us this coming year, 2023, needs to take at least 2 courses in digital skilling that will take off the platform that you have seen being shown on screen. It can be a course as basic as learning agile fundamentals, learning about Scrum Masters and the world, what the world is there. A basic course for those of us who are more technically oriented in terms of learning how to code. If you don't learn these skills, basic entrepreneurship in an ICT world, if we don't skill ourselves, then we're going to become redundant. And I was just asking Dr. Amina right now, what is the youthful population of Uganda? It's more than 60-70% of the population. So how can you create a brand? How can you innovate if you're not speaking to the future or in terms of the youth? And MTN Uganda and MTN as a group totally believes in the power of the young people. I can completely assure you that there is no way the nation of Uganda is going to change and and stand at the pinnacle of the great infrastructure or the great IT if young people are not playing an active and participatory role in shaping that future. Now, having an ICT hub like this, I have to admit, Honorable Minister, when I walked in here and I actually saw the hub that has been set up here, it's so much more grander than I expected. When I look at the way this auditorium has also been set up, it actually shows that there is seriousness, right, in investing in this hub, and seriousness in terms of investing in young people. When I look at the partners that have been represented by the panelists who are here, and the strong government support that is there, I think if we don't take advantage of that, if we don't take responsibility to actually turn this platform and make it work for us as individuals, then we will have failed ourselves. So I think for me, it's just to make a call, using my own personal life journey and what I have actually seen. And I'm sure if you were even to call Peter or any of the other great panelists who are here today morning to also tell you their own journeys, the journey of digitization, the journey of entrepreneurship, the intersection between your personal ambition and the ambitions that have actually been shared here will all depend on you taking responsibility and capitalizing on what has been offered here to be able to accelerate yourself. So for us as MTN Uganda, it really is a great honor to launch another initiative today to supplement the government and the other partners' efforts in tackling the issue of unemployment in this country through leveraging ICT. The MTN Foundation, as you have seen from the video, is in partnership with the Ministry of ICT on various initiatives. And today we are unveiling a nationwide youth-centered program aimed at equipping young people with skills and opportunities to unlock the entrepreneurship, innovation, and job creation possibilities in this country. MTN Uganda believes in the young people of Uganda. MTN Uganda believes that for Uganda to be able to achieve its progress and for MTN to actually realize the vision and the mission that we have, that everybody deserves the benefits of a modern connected life, we cannot be able to achieve that without the participation of the young people of Uganda. This initiative is core to what we do, as it aligns with our ambition to lead digital solutions for Africa, as well as our commitment to be a key government partner in the national development efforts of Uganda as stipulated in the Vision 2023 government goals. This initiative also comes at a time when many youths are faced with year-on-year soaring unemployment challenge, as highlighted in the most recent 2021 World Bank report. Further studies indicate that 77% of Uganda is under the age of 30, and its population is set to double by 2060. But there are not enough jobs available. Youth unemployment is already high, and will likely continue to rise as the population grows. It is against this background that MTN Foundation Uganda and its partners have introduced the MTN ACE program, targeting a wide base of youth in Uganda, including fresh graduates, innovators, and entrepreneurs, as well as those who are in or still out of school. This is all aimed at nurturing an all-around workforce with requisite skills for the 21st century job market, as well as generating a pool of job creators in an effort to alleviate their current unemployment dilemma that the youth in Uganda are currently facing. And I think I also want to just provide probably an additional perspective. You know, as you will probably hear, every time you become an entrepreneur, every time you become an innovator, you're becoming an entrepreneur. When you become an entrepreneur, you end up realizing that you're not just pursuing the realization of your own dream, but you're also in the process allowing the realization of the dreams of others to be realized from the people that you employ. One of the ways to tackle this unemployment challenge that we face today is that we have to stop waiting for white-collar jobs to be created, right? Formal institution jobs. Because actually, to be very honest, nobody owes you a job. It is your responsibility to ask yourself, with the skills that I have received, with the platforms that have been enabled for me, how can I be able to create an opportunity that can create economic value for myself, for my family, for my society, for my community, for my country? If only 50% of us here, or even I'll dare say, if 10% of us here who go through this program end up being successful in terms of realizing their dream, they can create jobs for many more hundreds of people through the realization of their dreams. So I want to challenge and even raise your inspiration and say, even as you're pursuing this skilling program, realize it's not just about you, but it's also about the realization of the opportunities that you can create for others if you make this a success. And that is how we will tackle the unemployment challenge. The ACE program that we speak about today as MTN brings to the public 3 MTN Foundation programs, which include the MTN ACE Tech program, which focuses on upskilling the youth interested in tech-related innovations. As you have seen from the tour, which I hope was run off the MTN network, we have also equipped the National ICT Innovation Hub with state-of-the-art equipment to enable innovators to prototype and incubate their ideas into feasible businesses. We are hoping, Honorable Minister and Dr. Amina, that Uganda can become the Estonia or Silicon Valley of Africa. The second program under the initiative is the ACE Career Program, which seeks to empower fresh graduates with workplace skills and internship placement to get them ready for current workplace skills requirements. And lastly, the MTN ACE Skills Program is tailor-made for the young people who are in and out of school to equip them with entrepreneurial skills to start businesses in their communities. All the successful participants will be awarded with certificates, sealed and certified by the respective lead partners upon the completion of their programs. I want to thank all our partners who have made this vision a reality. The Ministry of ICT, thank you very much. The National ICT Innovation Hub, Centenary Technology Services, Refactory, MOOBS, Entrepreneurship Innovation and Incubation Center, as well as MTN's fintech subsidiary, MTN Momo Uganda Limited. Thank you for the great work that you have done so far, and we look forward to a fruitful endeavor. One of the things that we also noticed today during the session as we were doing the virtual tour is that there's an opportunity for us to even be able to enhance this experience. So we've made a commitment this morning through the Ministry of ICT that we will, as MTN Uganda, install a 5G site as soon as we go live with 5G here at the ICT Hub, so that the students can actually benefit from the speeds of 5G. We bring the spectrum, the ministry will provide us the spectrum, we will bring the technology and the speeds to you, and now we ask, can you innovate on that speed? Can you innovate on the power of 5G and show what is it that we as Uganda can be able to deliver? The other commitment we've also given is that we will continue to invest in equipment, devices that will allow other students who do not have, who are not able to access the hub to actually get quality workplace learning, and this will be in conjunction with the ICT hub. So to the youths out there, I implore you, the work has been done. The ministry has done the work that is required, and all the various partners have also come in and made their commitments in terms of helping you to grow. I implore you, therefore, to seize the opportunity and become one of the change makers that the continent is waiting for. We are tired, I am tired, of reading about the change makers coming from the US, from Asia, from other continents. We now want the stories to be told by Africa, because we're the ones who understand our biggest challenges. So why should our solutions come from anywhere else and not from this room? The solutions for Africa need to come from Africans. And with the infrastructure now provided to you and the opportunities to learn, there is actually no reason why we can't be able to convert this into opportunity. Applications for the 3 programs, the ACE Career, ACE Tech, and ACE Skills, will commence today, 15 December 2022, and shall close next year on January 13th. I look forward to my team telling me that they are overwhelmed with the number of applications that they have received, not only in terms of quantity, but also in terms of the quality of the application that is done. So for all of you who will choose to pursue this path, please make sure you spend time preparing. Please make sure you spend time putting together your application with the objective of making sure that you get through. We as MTN Uganda and our partners look forward to working this journey with the youth of Uganda as we make our mark as the leaders of digital solutions for Africa's progress. We remain committed to doing good together with you. Thank you very much for your attention.
A bigger round of applause to Sylvia. And as she walks, let's do our chant. Sylvia. Sylvia. One more time. Sylvia. Amazing, amazing. And the fact that you guys are going to be, can you imagine, in this hub here, you will be the first guys on 5G in Uganda. Isn't that awesome? So yes, so thank you once again. MTNS has started off to a great and exciting start. The challenging thing about speaking after someone like Sylvia, who has given 5G, who has given MTNS, who has given infrastructure. But let me invite our captain of the industry, the Permanent Secretary of ICT, Dr. Amina Zawede, to come and also give us more things as the youth. You're welcome. Dr. Amina? Dr. Amina? Okay.
All of us are doing good together, right? And I want to hear or receive energy from the young people in this room. Repeat, we are doing good. You know I'm a teacher, so it always follows me. The Honorable Minister of State for ICT and National Guidance in charge of ICT, Honorable Mama Joyce Sebugwao, we call her Mama ICT. The principal of UICT, Dr. Frederick Chitogo, the MTN Uganda Chief Executive Officer, Sylvia Molinge, CTO or Chief Technical Officer, Centenary Technology Services, Peter Kahiji. I have seen Michael Nitegeka from Refactory. The various, I have seen my BPO and Innovation Council. I also recognize you. Various representatives from government and representatives from the private sector. The youth, the young people here today and the innovators, the media. I think we have an online session, do we? Yes, those watching us online, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed, good morning to you all. Good morning to you all. You're very welcome to the hub. The hub is your home. Stephen was saying, what am I offering? The government offers an enabling environment, or it offers the ecosystem within which we all operate. If government says no, we cannot sit here together as we are today. I think at one time I was called, beginning to be called, but I am still called Mama BPO, because my job is to create employment opportunities for the youth. A lot has been said about how committed you youth should be, because we are talking to you today. I'm going to give you just a snapshot of a story. When we were growing up, they used to say that you have to be a master in one field. And when you did so many things, they said you're a jack of all trades. And I was a jack of all trades at one time. I did study statistics, then I did education, then I did IT, I cooked, I did so many things. And one time I went for an interview and some lady asked, but you, what are you going to master in? You can't be doing everything. I felt so small at the time and deflated because I had put so much energy in acquiring the different skill sets that I had got. And here I was being told that, you know, you cannot do a bit of everything. But here I am today, having done so many different things. I can teach, I can cook, I can do computer science, I can do statistics, I can do data analytics, I can code, name it. So the young people here today, when calls come out, you know, come and study. You know, and you know, people don't want to do things for free, surprisingly. When they tell you come and study, please do study, because opportunity only meets the prepared mind. When an opportunity comes and you're not prepared, there is no way you can get it. For me, today I am very honored that we are here to launch the MTNS program in partnership with the National ICT Hub, or Innovation Hub, MTN Foundation, and Centenary Technology Services. In a special way, I want us to thank the team lead of the Innovation Hub, Flavia. Stand up for recognition. Flavia supervises this hub, and I think for all of you who are here, you cannot miss Flavia's face when you come here. She has made this place lively and our home to all innovators together with her team. We thank you very much. I will not repeat the statistics about how we are the most entrepreneurial nation in the world. Those you already know. How the biggest part of our population, 70% or 34 million plus people, are youth. We all in this room already know that in our education system, we churn out several graduates annually. And most of them do not have the technical competence and market-oriented expertise required by public and private sectors. What do I mean? Even just saying good morning to you all, you say, good morning, in a lanky way. That is not what the private sector wants. So the reason we are putting up these programs here is to promote and build your capacity to the level that is acceptable by the private sector or by various employers across the globe. In addition, local education institutions have started offering certain programs, especially those targeting emerging fields in IT. Last week, we launched the 4IR strategy that is aimed at, creating an environment or guidelines on how we can implement various things, robotics, artificial intelligence, etc. So government is aware that we have to transform digitally and is creating all channels for you, the young people, to take them on. As a nation, the challenge of lack of digital skills is very profound. And since the advent of the internet, we all know that skilling never changes. And it is aggressive. If you don't keep up the speed, you will end up missing out on opportunities. The Ministry of ICT and National Guidance is mandated to provide overall strategic and technical leadership, coordination, support, and advocacy for the ICT sector as a means to develop our digital transformation program goals as stipulated in our NDP 3 and the Uganda Digital Vision 2040. This, however, isn't enough if we cannot fix all the challenges that we have on our own. I have made a shout out always to the private sector, to development partners, to academia, and to government to work together to solve these challenges. We need the active participation of the private sector in fixing the issue of lack of digital skills across the nation, but also for creating opportunities, because we don't want to skill these people and then they don't have jobs at the end of the day. So we want to create a value chain of skilling up to ensuring that people are employed. I am happy today because it's a testament that what happens when government and private sector partner, you come up with an effective and meaningful relationship. In MTN Uganda and Centenary Technology Services, we have started a solid partnership that will contribute to developing a digitally experienced and empowered society that will spur innovation and productivity of our people. MTN Uganda and Centenary Technology Services, I commend you for heeding to our call to join us in participating in the job transformation ecosystem of this country. Of course, I cannot forget all the other partners that we have tied knots with. The MTN ACE program is an economic empowerment campaign targeted towards the mass of the youth that we have in Uganda. This campaign, as earlier mentioned by Sylvia, I will reiterate because I want you to get it on your fingertips. The MTN Work Readiness Program, the MTN Innovation Program, and the MTN Youth Skilling Program. The second program, that is the innovation program, focuses on the National ICT Innovation Hub and will mainly center around business development, capacity building, and advisory services for ICT innovators facing challenges with workspace, connectivity, creative spaces, and ideation. I think when we were going to Dubai, we prepared the innovators that we went with on how to present their products, how to present their innovations, how to sell themselves, and how to hold themselves confident. And indeed, some of the partnerships we see today came out of, the Dubai Expo that we had. As a country, we still have a long way to go when it comes in the innovation ecosystem. However, we shall always have a starting point. And ours is right here today as we are launching this program. There has been a challenge of job placements after the digital skilling has been done. And with this program, we have tried to bridge these gaps and many others concerning the innovation ecosystem. We don't want you to have jobs only in Uganda, but we want you to work globally, but right here from home. I think as this was evident with the virtual tour that we had. We know that you can sit anywhere and be able to explore and tour, so we can promote tourism, we can promote agriculture, we can promote education, and so many other things, as well as, telemedicine. Sylvia, this is to you. Last week, I welcomed you to Uganda. I said, Karibu sana. Today, I welcome you to get our hands dirty. And indeed, we already have, because as we start doing the virtual tour, you committed and offered that we should do many other things in regard to what had given us. So as you join us today, I am confident that with MTN Uganda and all the partners involved, we shall have a big win on ensuring that we have employment created for our youths in this country. I will not keep this long. Yeah, we have been promised by MTN that this is going to be a 5G test bed. Please clap for it. We are going to have standardization of devices for virtual training. Clap for that. We are also going to have, of course, we have connectivity. We have the national backbone infrastructure. But that does not mean that we cannot partner. We have the broadband policy that encourages us to share infrastructure. I think last week I was at a conference, but we have, as Uganda, signed up to the Public Goods Alliance, where we are advocating for sharing all digital infrastructure so that it can be used for all. So once again, as I close, I thank MTN Foundation and Centenary Services. They have given us a wonderful Christmas present as a youth. We are very delighted to see what this program has in store for us. We shall invite you in January as we graduate those who will have succeeded. So please, when the applications come out, respond. We are taking the cream. We are not taking anybody to tick boxes. We want to create impact, not just to, walk and say, I signed up, I didn't complete the course. No, those things don't apply. So youths, please heed to these calls, be serious about them, and don't forget that opportunity meets the prepared mind. For this, I thank you very much for God and my country. And I wish you happy holidays. I take this opportunity to invite our Honorable Minister of State for ICT and National Guidance in charge of ICT, OHT wa Honorable Mama Joyce Nabosa Sebugwao. You're very welcome.
Thank you very much, my PS. Good morning. I think it's still morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Are you there? Jemuli? I don't hear you. Are you there? Stand up and see. I want to see you. Stand up, stand up. Everybody stand up. I want to see you. Yes, you are there. Okay, sit down. The Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance, Dr. Amina Zawede, my daughter. The MTN Uganda Chief Executive Officer, my daughter from Kenya, Sylvia Mlinge. The CTO, Centenary Technology Services, Mr. Peter Kaji, my son. The Principal of UICT, Dr. Frederick Chitogo Sebo. The BPO Council, I understand they are also here. Yes. Government representatives present, members of the press, where are they? Those watching us online, ladies and gentlemen, good morning once again. It's a good opportunity that you are all here. You clap for yourselves. I welcome you all to the launch of the MTN as a program in partnership with the National ICT Innovation Hub, MTN Foundation, and Centenary Technology Services. This is indeed a great initiative and one that reminds us on our mission to increase access and usage of ICT infrastructure and services throughout the country. I applaud MTN Foundation, Centenary Technology Services for this campaign that is crucial to bringing the digital skills gap in the country as it positions itself to implement the recently launched Fourth Industrial Revolution strategy. ICT scaling is at the heart of Uganda's NDP 3, and that is why, as part of the National ICT Initiative Support Program, the government established the National ICT Innovation Hub to help nurture, accelerate, and influence homegrown innovative digital solutions. Indeed, promoting ICT research, innovation, and adoption of the fourth industrial innovation technologies, as well as enhancing ICT skills and vocational development, is a core area of focus for the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance to drive the digital transformation agenda. Therefore, the move by our partners, MTN Foundation and Centenary Technology Services, to invest in our youth by empowering them with the much-needed digital skills in this digital transformation era is much appreciated. We thank you so much, MTN. It is our hope that these programs will empower our youth and help transform their careers, lives, and our country as a whole. I therefore urge the youth out there online to seize this opportunity to be trained and upskilled as we strive to secure our digital dividend as a country. Abavubuka, abavubuka. I'm tired of seeing you begging for money, going around looking for money. Don't look for jobs, create some for yourselves. It's better, and you feel better and secure if you are self-employed. But looking for jobs, going around looking for jobs, you won't get it. Because there were so many. You cannot expect to get jobs as easy as you think. Therefore, this is an opportunity you are having now. Use it. This hub is for free. You can come anytime, get all the skills you need, and go back and start your own businesses. That's the best way of doing things. So please, you tell others, those who are outside, come, tell them, you go back and tell them that there's a free education here at the hub to come and get the opportunity of acquiring the skills they need. Youth, please, we are appealing to you. Stop roaming around looking for money, begging for money. So many people are coming to me looking for money. I don't have enough for all of you. I'm tired of that. I want you to see you busy doing your own jobs. Do you understand me? Do you hear Uganda? You are from here, aren't you? Please, tell those people who are there that it's high time that they should start being employed, but not being employer, but not being employed. Please allow me to submit my closing remarks. Flavia, we thank you so much for everything that you have done. She has promised us a lot of work. She's going to do a lot of things for this hub. And what she wants, Amina, she said if we give her the spectrum, she will give us everything we need. That's what she said. So we are ready. We are ready to work with you, and we shall be happy to improve the lives of these young men and women seated here. With those few remarks, because my PS has already said a lot, so I don't have to say much. I just want to wish you a good Merry Christmas, and of course, a prosperous, innovative New Year. May God bless you. Thank you very much for God and my country.
Thank you, Honorable. A round of applause for Honorable Sebugao. Guys, that's all. Okay, let's do the chant. Honorable Sebugao and Dr. Amina. Dr. Amina and Honorable Sebugao. Super. I think as you've seen, MTN gave us equipment. Government has given them spectrum. So it's a partnership. Now, I'll invite all of us. We're now at the end of the formal part. I'm going to invite our attention to the screen. So, are you ready? 1 minute, okay. So as has been shared by the MTN CEO and the PS of ICT and the Honorable Minister, this program here is the opportunity that we've been waiting for. As Peter Kahiji said, do not snooze. Applying for this program is free. If they select you attending, there will be computers provided by MTN, free as well. So really, and as we've heard, for those who might be across the country and you can't make it, MTN is bringing 4G and 5G smartphones to you for free. So really, there's no reason as to why we can't achieve what the Honorable Minister wished us, which was a prosperous and innovative New Year 2023. So are you ready now? Okay, so please look at the screen, all of us, and join us as we do a short countdown. 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. MTN Ace has been launched. That is the... Guys, I don't see your pens, I don't see your phones. Get them out quickly, quickly. Be the first ones to apply. As they say, do not snooze. This is the URL or the website where you should go to and apply today. Tell your friend about this website. Tell your colleagues, even those who support Arsenal, tell them as well that if they come and support, if they come and log on to this, they will be able to get the opportunity. So, ladies and gentlemen, with that, I thank you all for having come this morning. My name is Stephen Chirenga. I work with Centenary Technology Services, and I thank you for having listened to me. I invite the invited guests, the Honorable Minister, the PS, Sylvia, Peter. Where's Rebecca? Hey, okay, Diana, Dr. Diana. Michael, please move to the front so we can take a picture, and thereafter we shall go and have a meal. Once again, and Flavia, please join them. And yes, and Dr. Chitogo, of course. He can't leave the minister alone. He has to work with her. If he doesn't do that, it's career limiting. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you for having made it this morning. And as we have said, the period for doing good together has started. So let's have one last chant for doing good together. One more time. One last loud time. Super. Thank you and have a good morning. Oh, yes, we've also been joined by the chairperson of the National BPO and Innovation Council. Just outside on the Professor William Bazeyo, who also doubles as a member of the MTN Foundation Board of Trustees. So he's a big man.